Yo, what's up guys? It's SPR7 here on the SPR Extra YouTube account. TikTok is currently broken, so if you guys know me from TikTok, I'm posting here as of now, and I'll probably be posting here like once or twice a week. So yeah, like and subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. And today we'll be talking about, has Arbeloa actually saved Real Madrid? As we all know, Arbeloa has been in charge of Real Madrid for 4 games now, 3 wins, 1 loss, and these last 2 wins, both against Villarreal and Monaco, I think have been very impressive wins, I wouldn't say dominant, but very convincing wins. So a lot of fans are very excited, and some are even saying that Arbeloa has saved Real Madrid. Look, I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I'm seeing very positive signs that personally make me very excited. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what are these positive signs that I'm talking about? I'll tell you guys right now. The first positive sign has been his man management, how he's managing these players kind of on a personal level. I think it's been a very, very successful job so far. I think the best example of this is a player like Vinicius Jr., who, as we know, under Xabi Alonso was very low on confidence, wasn't performing well whatsoever, and there were even a lot of reports about his relationship with Xabi Alonso being very negative. But ever since Arbeloa took over, it seems like Arbeloa kind of wants to please Vinicius Jr., kind of wants to make Vinicius Jr. feel really confident so he can obviously get the best level out of him. And I think it's kind of worked so far, because against Villarreal and especially Monaco, Vinicius Jr. has probably had 2 of his best games of the season, and they've both come under Arbeloa. And about that Monaco game, the way he celebrated his goal, running straight to Arbeloa and giving him a hug, that is so telling to his relationship with Arbeloa, because we saw with Xabi Alonso, we didn't see any sort of that type of behavior. And look, a lot of you guys don't believe everything you see online, which you probably shouldn't, but look, it's not a coincidence when every week there's reports about Vinicius Jr. and Xabi Alonso not getting along, Vinicius Jr. not wanting to extend his contract because of Xabi Alonso. Him and Xabi Alonso didn't get along, okay? Everyone knows that. Him and Xabi Alonso didn't get along, and I think that bringing a new manager has helped him the most out of any player on the team. But it's also not only Vinicius Jr. We've seen in the press conferences, Arbeloa is showing support and love for basically every single player. He's also come out and said that anytime the team doesn't perform well, it's his fault, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I think what he's doing is working. He's putting his confidence in the players, showing the players, look, I've got your back no matter what, and the players are playing well for him. So that's the first good sign I've noticed under Arbeloa. I think the way he manages the players, the way he gives support and love to these players, it's working. And I think the players have a lot more confidence and they feel like they can perform to their highest level now that they have a manager who backs them in every single sense. But I've also noticed positive signs from Arbeloa's style of play, the way he wants his team to set up and line up and how he wants the team to play. And I think the biggest thing that we've seen is the pressing. These players are more willing to press now, and they're also recovering the ball higher up the pitch, which is also giving us more chances and better chances to score. 6 out of the 10 outfield players had at least 5 recoveries. Fede Valverde with 9, which is crazy. Carreras with 7. Mastantuono, our right winger, with 6. Camavinga with 6. Bellingham with 6. And Dean Howson with 5. Over half our team had over 5 recoveries in one game. In my opinion, those stats cannot be a coincidence. These players are just running more for Arbeloa because they respect Arbeloa more, in my opinion. Arbeloa is showing them support and love every single day in the press, probably in training as well. And in turn, these players want to perform for Arbeloa and win together with Arbeloa. But going back to the style of play, I also think Arbeloa, the way he wants his team to set up, is more beneficial for the players we have. Like I said, that high press that we're utilizing is making us recover the ball way higher up the pitch, which gives us obviously more open space because we have numerical advantages when we recover the ball so high. And with players like Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Mastantuono, even a player like Rodrigo who's going to come back into the team, that is so beneficial for their playstyle. These are guys who are so fast, so athletic, that in open space, they're some of the most dangerous players in Europe. And a lot of you guys have probably noticed that this team is more direct than it was under Xabi Alonso. It's not as systematic, as rigid as it was under Xabi Alonso. This team is more of, recover the ball quickly, get the ball to our best players, and try to score, which I think is more beneficial for the team. In my opinion, under Xabi Alonso, it was way more systematic and way more rigid. The players had to stay in their certain position. It was more possession-based, just pass around until you find the open space and try to score. And I just don't think that style of play fit with Real Madrid. And to play that possession style football, I don't think it's going to work at Real Madrid, especially with the midfield we have. Look at the players in that midfield. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Fede Valverde. These guys cannot control games. They're great players, don't get me wrong. They're very physical, they can cover ground well, they can win their duels, but they can't really control games. Whereas you look at a team like Barcelona right now, with players like Pedri and De Jong, it's no wonder how they control games. Those are 2 of the most technically gifted midfielders in the world. Or even a team like City 2-3 years ago, players like Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, these guys, they were technical geniuses. Madrid don't really have that. Whereas you look at what Arbeloa wants to implement in this team, more transitions, higher press, recover the ball fast and get it to our best players in open space, that fits our team way better than any possession style football. Just watch our game against Monaco. How many of those goals came from quick transitions? I think basically all of them came from that. We recovered the ball in the midfield, got the ball to Mbappe or Vini, and they would score. Against Villarreal, it wasn't really like that as much because Villarreal also played in a lower block, which we do still struggle against, but we still recovered the ball way faster than we would under Xabi Alonso, which gave us more chances in open space. I think Arbeloa has just done a really good job of identifying the strengths of this Real Madrid team. We're not a possession-based team. Our players are better when they're allowed to play more freely. We're better in transitions, and I think Arbeloa has seen all that, and he's implementing that to how he wants his team to play. Also, a quick side note, I wish Endrick were still here because I feel like he'd do so well under Arbeloa. Those quick transitions, that intense style of play, I think it fit Endrick so well. And also, I think he definitely get more chances under Arbeloa because we've seen Arbeloa, another positive thing about him, he gives a lot of those young players from the academy a chance. He gave Dani Meso a chance against Monaco. He's given Mastantuono a lot of chances even though he's not from the academy. And also against Albacete in his first game in charge, Arbeloa put out like 5 or 6 academy players in the starting lineup. Honestly, it probably was a mistake because we ended up losing that game. But I think it's still a positive sign to take away because that's something that Xabi Alonso didn't do, and he got a lot of criticism for it. So yeah, overall, I think Arbeloa has shown some positive signs in his first 4 games as Real Madrid manager. It hasn't been perfect, obviously. We lost against Albacete in his first game in charge, but besides that, I think it's been pretty good. And honestly, from what I'm seeing right now, I'm starting to get pretty excited for those later Champions League rounds to see how Arbeloa can manage in those games. So yeah, that sums up my first video on YouTube. It probably wasn't perfect. I probably stuttered quite a bit, but hopefully I'll keep improving because I'm planning to post more videos. Yeah, please remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned for future videos. Peace out.